The last of the 10 Commands, verse 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. While some of the 10 Commandments that are recorded in Exodus chapter 20 are more obvious, for example, you shall not kill, this one is a more subtle one. This is something that's internal, that even God will not have us do, and that is to covet. And you notice at the end of Exodus 20 it said you should not covet anything that is your neighbor's. And so while some things of our neighbors we wouldn't covet, but there are things that maybe we would covet from other people, whether it's possessions or money or car or fame or popularity. In fact, a lot of social media is based on coveting. It's wanting something that isn't yours or doesn't belong to you. And fundamentally, God has we have to acknowledge God as the one who provides and the one who meets our needs. And the problem is our simple nature always wants something better. I'm going to illustrate by Joshua chapter 7. This is the story of Achan in Joshua chapter 7. Joshua gets down before God. God says to him, they sit in the camp, and Achan is brought. Now verse 19, Joshua said to Achan, my son, I beg you, give glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession to him, and tell me now what you have done. Do not hide it from me. Achan answered Joshua, indeed I have sinned against the Lord of God of Israel. This is what I have done, and here's the order. When I saw among the spoils a beautiful Babylonian garment, 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold weighing 50 shekels, I coveted them and took them, and there they are hidden in the earth in the midst of my tent with the silver under it. I saw, I coveted, I took. Sounds very familiar, like the Garden of Eden. I saw, I coveted, I took. And it just shows you that really our sinful nature goes right back to Adam and Eve. In the New Testament we're told to just be content rather than covet, or to be content. Hebrews chapter 13, I think it's verse 5. Let your conduct or behavior be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, for he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, I will not fear. What can man do to me? Here we see the Bible teaches us in the New Testament for us as believers in Jesus Christ, we're to be without covetousness. And of course we're given the positive side of it. We're to be content, and that contentment comes from knowing that God's presence is always with us. In fact, in Colossians chapter 3, covetousness put in a strong term. It's Colossians 3 and the start of the chapter. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 4. When Christ, who is our life, appears, and you also will appear with him in glory. Verse 5. Because of this, because Christ is our life, and we're going to appear with him in glory, therefore put to death your members which are on the earth. See the contrast between the future and the here on earth. And we got a list: fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and here's our expression, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Because of these things the wrath of God is coming upon the sons of disobedience, in which you yourselves once walked when you lived in them. But now you yourselves are to put off all these. And then we get another list, including lying, which we mentioned in the previous video. But here we see covetousness, which is idolatry. I wonder if we see covetousness as idolatry, but that's what the Bible calls it. It does call it idolatry because it's wanting something else instead of God. And so let's remember some of the Ten Commandments we see broken quite clearly and visibly every day, but other ones are also broken clearly every day, but not always visible, and coveting is one of them. So help us, may God help us to be content, and that contentment is from knowing that God's presence is with us in our lives. Thank you for listening.